years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been...
Have you ever wondered if one of Hollywood's brightest stars is being systematically erased from the spotlight?
Hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy.
Today, we're diving into a jaw-dropping theory that challenges everything you thought you knew about Tinseltown.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation.
The legendary Jim Carrey, once celebrated for his fearless humor and unfiltered honesty, is now facing a powerful, covert campaign aimed at silencing his voice.
I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
In this eye-opening expose,
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame and...
we peel back the glitzy veneer of Hollywood to reveal a murkier side of the industry.
so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion.
Imagine a world where speaking out against the very system that made you famous could turn you into a target.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played.
Jim Carrey, known not only for his iconic performances, but also for his scathing critiques of the industry's darker underbelly, is at the heart of this storm.
Including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things, they're all characters.
The video argues that his gradual disappearance from the public eye isn't a voluntary retreat. It's the result of influential forces determined to push him into obscurity.
And it really felt like, oh, this is...
As we journey through this labyrinth of conspiracy theories and industry politics, we'll explore how Carrey's groundbreaking career and personal struggles have seemingly made him a thorn in the side of Hollywood's elite.
a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Is the iconic actor's reclusive behavior merely a personal choice, or is it evidence of a deliberate effort to erase his influence?
So he strives to just stay on what got him there.
Right.
You know.
Prepare to be captivated as we unravel the mystery behind his alleged clashes with power brokers, the hidden agendas, and the high-stakes drama that has left fans questioning the true cost of speaking truth to power. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride into the heart of Hollywood's most guarded secrets.
Knowledge of his family, where he grew up.
Right.
You know, just all of that stuff that counts.
With every twist and turn, we're uncovering layers of a story that's as much about fame and fortune as it is about manipulation and control. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn may just change the way you see one of the industry's most enigmatic figures and the dark side of the very world that created him.
You're supposed to say, you know, we're important. You're supposed to say, it's all going to be all right.
As the video unfolds, it immediately plunges us into the heart of a labyrinthine conspiracy. It boldly claims that many of our favorite TV hosts, actors, and celebrities aren't here merely for our entertainment.
Right? And you're supposed to say that, you know, whatever you dream.
They're strategic distractions, carefully placed by powerful forces determined to keep the public from uncovering the real truths behind Hollywood.
I do believe in manifestation, the power of that kind of stuff, but I don't believe that any of it.
The notion that these familiar faces are part of a grand, orchestrated diversion leaves us questioning everything we think we know about the industry.
It matters, you know. This mattering is.
At the center of this unfolding drama stands Jim Carrey, a man whose career has been defined by his fearless humor and sharp insights.
You know, my mother was the kind of woman that would like, you know, we was on welfare.
Right.
You know, and you know, we coming up the stairs with groceries.
According to the video, Carrey is not just another actor. He might actually be in possession of explosive information capable of exposing the hidden secrets of Hollywood. The implication is startling.
And said to him, you have the perfect persona, the perfect comedic persona. I mean, I have...
The very same individual who once lit up our screens could be holding the keys to unmasking a system built on deception and concealment. This revelation casts Carrey as a potential threat to those at the very top of the entertainment hierarchy.
You know, I'm cheap and all this, but the no respect thing gets to the core.
As the narrative deepens, we're told that Hollywood's so-called bigwigs are in a state of panic. The video paints a vivid picture of an elite class scrambling behind the scenes.
Enjoy the reunion, you know?
Can you really enjoy a reunion?
Come on. You are so crazy, Jim Carrey!
Desperately trying to contain the potential fallout of what Carrey might reveal. It's as if a ticking time bomb lies in wait.
Do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said word.
And the industry's power brokers are anxious about the moment when the truth might erupt into the light.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was
Perhaps the most chilling element of the video is its audacious suggestion that Hollywood might even go to extreme lengths to silence Carrey.
suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
The insinuation is clear. To protect their reputation and maintain their grip on power, these influential figures could be willing to end him if it meant keeping their dark secrets safely hidden.
And I'm genuinely sure Jim Carrey is a lovely and smart person, but it was the most
This provocative claim forces us to confront an unsettling possibility that the battle for truth in Hollywood might be far more perilous than we ever imagined. Now, let's delve into the second layer of this conspiracy.
aggrandizing, selfish, fucking narcissistic bollocks I've ever seen.
The theory that Hollywood itself has orchestrated a campaign to cancel Jim Carrey.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
According to the video, Carrey's fearless outspokenness has not only set him apart from his peers, but has also placed him squarely in the crosshairs of the industry's most powerful figures. Once a beloved icon, Carrey's willingness to discuss controversial topics, ranging from secret societies to the enigmatic Illuminati, has allegedly led to him being blacklisted. This isn't just a matter of artistic difference. It's portrayed as a calculated move to silence a voice that could potentially expose too many hidden truths. The video further asserts that a dramatic decline in Carrey's public appearances coincided with his increasingly candid commentary on these shadowy subjects. As he ventured into realms of conspiracy that many in Hollywood would prefer to keep under wraps, the frequency and visibility of his engagements reportedly dwindled. Whether it was at award shows, talk shows, or public events, his presence became a rare occurrence, a disappearance that the video suggests was less about personal choice and more about coercion from the industry's elite. Digging deeper, the narrative unfolds to reveal a stark theory that Hollywood executives, threatened by the possibility of their secrets coming to light, may have actively pressured Carrey into an involuntary retirement. Imagine an industry where the slightest hint of dissent or inquiry into its murky dealings is met with swift, decisive action. In this version of events, Carrey's retreat from the limelight wasn't a voluntary decision born of personal reflection. Instead, it was a forced exile, a strategic disappearance engineered by those who prefer that certain truths remain hidden. Moreover, the video paints Carrey as a maverick. His eccentric personality and unyielding tendency to question conventional reality have made him a persistent thorn in the side of Hollywood's power structure. His very nature, it seems, stands in stark opposition to the meticulously crafted image of conformity that the industry demands. The video posits that by challenging accepted narratives and exposing uncomfortable truths, Carrey became not just a dissenter, but a symbol of resistance, one that Hollywood, according to this theory, could not afford to nurture. Since stepping away from the relentless glare of Hollywood in 2022, Jim Carrey has embraced a life of near-total isolation, a stark contrast to the flamboyant, high-energy persona we once knew. Nestled in the serene landscapes of Hawaii, Carrey has dedicated his time to exploring the world of painting, using art as both an escape and a form of expression. In this secluded retreat, every brushstroke seems to capture not just colors on a canvas, but the quiet desperation of a man determined to reclaim his inner peace away from the chaos of the industry. The transformation hasn't gone unnoticed by those who know him best. Friends and colleagues, who have long admired his unique spirit, now express growing concern over his well-being. Their worry stems not only from his unexpected physical decline, but also from the increasing signs that he has deliberately withdrawn from public life. The fact that Carrey, a figure once synonymous with unabashed exuberance, now seems to retreat further into himself, has only fueled speculation that his reclusiveness might be the result of forces far beyond personal choice, a possible consequence of the pressures and threats that have shadowed his career. In this new, enigmatic chapter of his life, every public glimpse of Carrey carries with it a profound sense of mystery and sorrow. Is his solitary existence in Hawaii simply a refuge from the overwhelming demands of fame, or does it hint at a deeper, more insidious story, a narrative of an industry that perhaps could no longer tolerate the truth he dared to reveal. As we piece together these unsettling clues, one thing becomes clear. The man behind the art and the laughter is now a puzzle, wrapped in layers of reclusiveness and concern, leaving us to wonder what price must be paid for challenging Hollywood's darkest secrets. Before the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Jim Carrey's path to stardom was paved with relentless struggle and determination. In his early years, financial hardship was a constant companion. When his father, an accountant, lost his job, the ripple effects were felt throughout the family. Young Carrey found himself juggling odd jobs to make ends meet, all while nurturing a burning passion for comedy, a passion that would eventually become his ticket out of obscurity. Yet, success was not handed to him on a silver platter. Carrey faced one rejection after another, even from the very institutions that could have catapulted him into the limelight. Notably, a coveted spot on Saturday Night Live eluded him, a setback that could have derailed his dreams. Instead, these early obstacles only fueled his resolve to break through. The tide turned when he caught the attention of the creators of In Living Color in the early 1990s, a breakthrough that introduced his unique comedic brilliance to a national audience and marked the beginning of his ascent. By the mid-90s, the entertainment world was introduced to a new kind of star. Carrey's transition from struggling comedian to box office sensation was nothing short of meteoric. Films like The Mask, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Dumb and Dumber, and Liar Liar not only showcased his extraordinary talent, but also solidified his status as a beloved icon in Hollywood. Each role resonated with audiences, offering a blend of humor, heart, and a touch of the eccentric that would come to define his legacy. Carrey's journey is a powerful reminder that even the most dazzling stars often emerge from the darkest of beginnings, their light forged in the fires of perseverance and unyielding ambition. Jim Carrey's journey through Hollywood hasn't been without its share of drama and controversy. While his innovative approach to comedy and larger-than-life persona won him legions of fans, it also sparked friction with many of his peers in the industry. The video highlights several notable instances where Carrey's intense presence and uncompromising style clashed with some of Hollywood's established figures, painting a picture of an actor who often found himself at odds with the system. One particularly striking example comes from his time on the set of Batman Forever. In what can only be described as a moment of raw, unfiltered tension, actor Tommy Lee Jones reportedly confronted Carrey with the blunt declaration, "I hate you. I really don't like you." This explosive remark wasn't just idle banter. It was emblematic of the deep-seated animosity that sometimes brewed behind the scenes. For many, it underscored a growing rift between Carrey's boundary-pushing antics and the expectations of a more traditional, disciplined Hollywood set. Adding fuel to the fire, fellow actor Martin Freeman didn't hold back his criticism either, describing Carrey's on-set behavior as narcissistic bollocks. Such candid assessments from colleagues reveal that Carrey's tendency to dominate every scene and bend conventional rules often left others feeling sidelined or frustrated. His relentless energy, while a hallmark of his unique style, sometimes translated into an overwhelming presence that disrupted the established order on set, making collaboration a challenging endeavor for those around him. Together, these clashes with Hollywood insiders have contributed to a growing narrative of Carrey as an outsider, a maverick whose experimental approach to comedy and fearless self-expression set him apart from his more conventional counterparts. Rather than conforming to the industry's unwritten rules, Carrey's unpredictable behavior often challenged the status quo, leaving a trail of both admiration and resentment in his wake. This tension, as portrayed in the video, not only fueled public curiosity, but also added yet another layer to the enigmatic persona of one of Hollywood's most intriguing figures. Jim Carrey has never shied away from speaking his mind, and according to the video, his views on Hollywood's manipulation run deep. Over the years, Carrey has been a relentless critic of an industry he believes is built on deception and spin. He's long warned that behind the glimmering facade of Hollywood lies a machinery designed to control narratives and silence dissenting voices. In his eyes, every time he dares to challenge the status quo, the system fights back, attempting to mute his outspoken criticisms and marginalize his perspective. A prime example of Carrey's disdain for Hollywood's hypocrisy came in the wake of the 2022 Oscars incident. When Will Smith famously slapped Chris Rock during the live broadcast, the event sent shockwaves far beyond the red carpet. While the mainstream media and industry insiders quickly spun the incident to suit their narrative, Carrey was unequivocal in his reaction. He expressed deep revulsion at the standing ovation that followed Smith's actions, a response he believed was emblematic of Hollywood's spinelessness. For Carrey, this applause wasn't a celebration of bravado or a commendation of performance. It was a stark reminder of how the industry rewards behavior that should be condemned, rather than holding individuals accountable. Carrey didn't mince his words when he laid out an alternate scenario. He boldly stated that if he were in Chris Rock's shoes, he would have pursued legal action against Smith, seeking a staggering $200 million in damages. In his view, the slap wasn't just an isolated incident. It was a moment that would be immortalized, its video replayed ad infinitum, serving as an enduring symbol of an industry that often chooses to overlook its own missteps. This hypothetical stance not only underscored Carrey's belief in strict accountability, but also highlighted his frustration with a system that seems more intent on covering up its flaws than on correcting them. Through his candid commentary, Carrey challenges us to look beyond the veneer of celebrity and consider the unsettling realities lurking behind Hollywood's glitzy exterior. His perspective on the Will Smith incident serves as a powerful reminder that even in a world built on glamour, there are consequences for actions that stray too far from the accepted script. In questioning the industry's reaction to such controversies, Carrey invites us to reconsider what we value in our cultural icons, and whether the applause we hear is truly a celebration of excellence or merely the sound of a system trying to maintain its carefully constructed illusion. Jim Carrey's journey through the highs and lows of fame hasn't been without its deeply personal struggles, none more profound than his battle with depression and mental health. The actor has long been candid about his internal demons, sharing his experiences with depression and even his past reliance on Prozac as a means to navigate the darker moments of his life. His openness about these challenges not only humanizes the iconic figure, but also serves as a beacon of hope for those grappling with similar issues. Over time, Carrey has evolved in his understanding of emotional well-being, revealing that he no longer sinks into the deep despair that once defined his darker days. Instead, he has embraced a philosophy of acceptance, learning to acknowledge and ride the natural waves of life, the inevitable ups and downs that come with any human experience. This shift in perspective has allowed him to find a semblance of balance, a resilience that many find both inspiring and reflective of the transformative power of self-compassion and acceptance. Yet, despite this personal evolution, the video suggests that the price of his Hollywood exile might have been more taxing on his mental health than one might assume. While withdrawing from the public eye and the relentless scrutiny of the industry may have offered him a necessary sanctuary, it also imposed a profound isolation. This enforced seclusion, a byproduct of an industry that many claim sought to silence his voice, might have left him grappling with its own set of emotional challenges. The very isolation intended to provide relief could, paradoxically, have deepened the scars of a man who once wore his vulnerabilities on his sleeve, leaving us to wonder about the true cost of fighting against a system that, at times, seems as relentless as it is unforgiving. Jim Carrey has never been one to shy away from the bizarre, and in this segment, the video dives deep into one of the most tantalizing conspiracy theories yet, the Illuminati's alleged influence in Hollywood. According to the narrative, Carrey has been subtly hinting that there's far more at play behind the glitz and glamour than meets the eye. It suggests that his offhand remarks and enigmatic gestures aren't just part of his eccentric charm. They might actually be deliberate nods to a secret, powerful organization pulling the strings behind the scenes. A striking moment cited by the video comes from a past interview with Jimmy Fallon. During this exchange, Carrey mockingly flashed a triangle hand symbol, a gesture steeped in symbolism that has long been associated with the Illuminati. In a style that only Carrey could master, he seemed to insinuate that Hollywood is part of a grander, more mysterious scheme. This playful yet pointed act left many viewers questioning whether Carrey was simply indulging in his trademark humor, or if he was, in fact, dropping subtle clues about the hidden machinations within the entertainment world. The video goes on to argue that Carrey's growing outspokenness on these covert power structures has not come without consequences. His willingness to expose what he sees as the dark underbelly of Hollywood has reportedly put him on a collision course with the very elites he criticizes. In an industry that often rewards conformity and silence, Carrey's brazen hints at the Illuminati are painted as acts of defiance, dangerous enough to make him a prime target for those who prefer to keep their secrets hidden at all costs. By weaving these threads together, the narrative challenges us to look beyond the surface of celebrity antics and consider the possibility of a much deeper, more insidious reality. Whether you see Carrey's gestures as nothing more than his signature playful irreverence or as coded messages meant to disrupt the status quo, one thing is certain. This theory adds another captivating layer to the enigma that is Jim Carrey, leaving us to wonder just how much of Hollywood is a carefully crafted illusion. The video reaches its climax with a bold and unsettling claim. Hollywood isn't just sidelining Jim Carrey, it's actively erasing him from its narrative. According to the expose, Carrey's disappearance from major film projects isn't the result of waning talent or a natural career decline. Rather, it's portrayed as a deliberate strategy by industry elites. Once the face of countless blockbuster hits, Carrey now finds himself conspicuously absent from the marquee of big-budget films. His roles, once celebrated and eagerly anticipated, have evaporated, leaving fans to wonder if his creative brilliance is being systematically quashed. This strategic erasure extends beyond the silver screen. The video points to a striking shift in media coverage. Where Carrey was once omnipresent in headlines and talk shows, his name now appears only in passing mentions. Mainstream outlets seem to have collectively muted his story, as if a powerful force has pressed the delete button on his legacy. The scarcity of coverage isn't painted as an organic fade into obscurity, but as a calculated move to minimize his influence. When the media that once amplified his every word now barely acknowledges his existence, it begs the question, who stands to gain from a world where Carrey's voice is conspicuously absent? Adding to the intrigue is the manner in which Carrey's rare public appearances are received. Instead of the enthusiastic applause and adoration that once greeted him, his sporadic reappearances are now met with an undercurrent of concern and even pity. This shift in public sentiment suggests that every time Carrey steps into the limelight, it isn't as a celebrated artist, but as a figure emblematic of vulnerability, a stark reminder of what happens when one dares to challenge Hollywood's status quo. His presence, now shadowed by apprehension, further fuels the theory that the industry is rewriting the narrative to sideline him completely. Ultimately, the video drives home its most provocative point. Hollywood is systematically removing Jim Carrey from the cultural dialogue because he refuses to conform. By marginalizing his roles, minimizing media attention, and reframing his public image, the industry appears to be orchestrating a campaign to erase his legacy. This isn't just about casting decisions or market trends. It's about silencing a voice that dares to expose the very underbelly of an industry built on spectacle and pretense. As we close this chapter of the theory, the question lingers. Can the truth of Carrey's legacy survive in a system determined to erase its dissenters? As we wrap up this deep dive, the narrative painted by the video leaves us with a striking and provocative image of Jim Carrey, as much an industry whistleblower as he is a victim of Hollywood's ruthless power dynamics. The story suggests that Carrey's relentless pursuit of truth and his willingness to call out the industry's darkest secrets have not only isolated him, but also led to a calculated campaign to silence his voice. According to this theory, powerful Hollywood elites engineered his downfall, systematically blacklisting him to ensure that his dissenting perspectives would fade into obscurity. This dramatic transformation from a beloved comedic superstar to a reclusive, enigmatic artist fuels a whirlwind of speculation about the true forces at play behind the scenes. While some argue that his gradual withdrawal from the limelight was a personal choice, others believe it's a direct consequence of an industry unwilling to tolerate someone who dares to expose its hidden machinations. The blending of well-documented career milestones with these more speculative claims creates an atmosphere of intrigue and mystery, inviting viewers to question the integrity and hidden agendas of Hollywood's inner circle. Ultimately, whether you see Carrey's situation as a series of unfortunate career decisions or as evidence of a deeper, more sinister conspiracy, the video leaves us with plenty to ponder. It challenges us to look beyond the glimmering surface of celebrity culture and consider the possibility that the very industry that built these stars might also be responsible for their silent erasure. In a world where truth and fiction often blur, the enduring legacy of Jim Carrey remains as much about his undeniable talent as it is about the shadowy power struggles lurking behind the curtain of Tinseltown.